everybody, it's Carla. I'm back with another comfort journal. If you'd like to see what I've been crafting away at, I've got comfort journal number 3 and practically a jug of coffee. And it is, what's today? It's Tuesday, and we're into week 3 of our, what are they calling it? At home or anyway, kind of staying at home measures. So I've been crafting and actually getting a little more, I don't know, relaxed at it, not as distracted, and really grateful that I can craft. So this is the back of my 3rd comfort journal. Again, it's filled with all of the things I love, lots of lace and trim and floral prints. And so this is the back of a journaling card or a little postcard, and then I tied it off with some shabby lace, cream lace, and then again it's just emphasizing all of the things that I really enjoy or that bring me comfort. And so the front of this has got a picture of 2 ladies having tea and sort of their little Victorian vintage style clothing. I'm not sure it's quite Victorian. This image reminds me of a Monet or something in the Impressionist era, where there's lots of light in the photo or image painting, and it's pretty lace tablecloth, and it's just such an inviting photo. I really like that. So I've got lots of lace trim and the word friends, and then I wove some rayon seam binding through this pretty lace in the color green, one of the green colors I like. And then this is a doily page, and it's sort of my own created doily. This was a paper coaster, and I just trimmed it with lace, and then it opens up to some paper doilies that you can journal on. And then I used a napkin and I decoupaged onto the back of this page. So this is decoupage. It's funny though how it actually feels like cloth. And then I put a doily with a little embellishment in the center for this page. And the next page is just tea-dyed paper, so a little fabric embellishment and a fabric flower that I embellished with some leaves. And there's lined paper for journaling. And then the other side is the other piece of the fabric that I ironed a little rose print transfer on, and then clustered some paper flowers, roses. And I love this little, see if I can get the glare off of it, little love embellishment right there. So yeah, you can journal on that. And then I have a Parisian themed one that's got a canvas fabric pocket and a little postcard tag that lives down in there. And I like this little embellishment here. So it's kind of vintagey, a little rustic, little Paris label there. And this is some pretty chiffon polka dot trim I thought kind of coordinated well. The next page is one of my favorites, and it's my little piece of fairyland that seems to end up in all my journals. And I just have some tea-dyed paper, and this journal, I have to say, has about 50-50 fabric paper. It's just kind of everything I love. So it unties here, and I like that it's a little putsy, because when you sit down and look through it, it just kind of gives you time to enjoy all of the elements of the journal, and it's sort of interactive. So it says wonder, And then it opens up. And this is wildflower paper that I found in the Daphne's Diary magazine. And I just love this print. It's like you can get lost in all the flowers. And you can see bumblebees and butterflies and moths and all kinds of wildflowers. And this, let's see if I have, maybe I can borrow this tag just to show you that that is a little pocket. And then the eyelash trim just gave it more of that wildflower kind of look. And then there's a little sparkly bead hanging from this bulb pen, and it's not really showing up very well because it's really pretty iridescent bead, but I'm not going to be able to get that to show up real well. And then this is just a little embellishment as well, but it is to me somewhat enchanting, this page. And I deliberately tied it in more of a knot than a bow because I didn't want it to be too cutesy. I wanted it to be kind of wild, if that makes it wild. And then this is an image, if you can tell, I think that might be Marie Antoinette. But I love the little poem. It says, I had a little tea party this afternoon at 3. It was very small, 3 guests in all, just I, myself, and me. Myself and all the sandwiches. Myself ate all the sandwiches while I drank all the tea. 'Twas also I who ate the pie and passed the cake to me. Isn't that fun? And nowadays, though, I'd love to have 2 or 3 for tea. I still make sure I have my own little party for one and have my own little coffee or tea time each day, just kind of as a comfort as well. And I love these little chiffon roses, and I just put a little ribbon rose down in the middle and trimmed it with some pink trim. And then this is just sort of a shabby little scrap page with a eyelet lace trim fabric flip and some torn pink paper and then some tea dyed paper, and I just stuck it onto a paper doily. And then some lined paper that's tea dyed for journaling with a strip of satin ribbon, and then some ruched fabric ribbon there with some more journaling space. I've got this little piece with some applique on the edge, lace trim, and then this is decoupaged or Mod Podge napkin onto the tea dyed paper, and it's joyful, I think, so that's why I put the word joy. And then the next section are book pages that I altered from an old Dickens book. I'm not sure how old it is. I probably could look in the copyright, but I didn't do that. But on this page, it's just the end of the joy little 2-page, and then it starts with more of a vintage look, and that's why I have the word timeless. And this is some Tim Holtz decoupage paper, and you can see some of the old Charles Dickens book page, and then the word rest, and then some journaling space here, and then the word sing, because there's music notes. And another comfort to me is singing. I love to sing, and I sing to myself all the time. My family sometimes will say, please stop singing. They don't bother me though. It's just I never even realize I'm singing sometimes. And then this one says memories, because it's sort of vintagey and old. And then the next page, just more of the same, lined paper, vintage little images, the word remember. Yeah, I think this book was called the Pickwick Papers. Not familiar with it, and I didn't read it. I probably should have. But it seemed pretty old and had those like patinaed darkened edges on it. And another page with some lines for journaling, little vintage French labels, from a cologne bottle, butterfly, little toile image of ladies outside enjoying the spring weather. And then the last one is this one. It says peace. A little journaling space. And then I had to include some crinkly tracing paper, and I just added some of this trim. It's not vintage, it's a new trim I got one of the last times I was at Hobby Lobby. And then I like this page. It says kindness, and it's just sort of a soft, gentle looking page. That's why I put the word kindness. It's got these pretty dangles that are kind of like leaves and berries maybe. And I just made a little fabric flower, a paper poppy, and some cheesecloth. And then this is the back. I like this one. It's sort of fairy-like, and it's got a vintage paper doily and the word wonder. And I really like this tag. It's got those old milliner flowers, and it's got the little stamen in the middle. And I used some vintage ribbon and made a bow. And then this is just paper from a digi kit, and I inked the edges to make it look nice and old. And that's just a bookmark. And then another one of the pretty little flowers like the one on this side. I just reproduced it and did another one on this side. And this is the other side of the tracing paper with a pretty lace trim and some ruched lace. Journaling space. This one's kind of busy, but I stuck almost everything I love on one page here. It's a cute little postage stamp, decorative. And then this is a pocket with some pretty floral canvas, and then a little applique and a pretty piece of lace, and then one of these pretty little flower appliques, and some ruffled trim from a upcycled little dress, same on the edge. And of course I had to put a little gingham in there. It's one of my favorite things. And the back of that one is kind of whimsical. It's got this pretty little blingy, glistening flower with some eyelash trim, and it says believe, and that same little flower applique in the corner. And I just wove some satin ribbon in this lace to get that pretty trim. So this is just a decorative piece of fabric in a pocket, and I love that. This is a altered paper clip that says hope, and it holds this little journal. I shouldn't call it a journal, it's just a little tablet of decorative stationery paper, but the paper has pretty lace on there, and it tucks under there. And then this back page is for journaling. It's just a big piece of tea-dyed paper. Another bright, shabby, fun page. It says sweet, and I wrote the word sweet because it is kind of candy-like and sweet. It's got the bright pink roses and the fun little trim here. And then this is the back of that Hope altered paper clip. I made the back coordinate with this page. And then there's some seam, that's fringe. I kept trying to say what it was. Some seam binding with eyelash trim. And then that flips over, and there's journaling space. Like get in frame here on the back. A little lace trim. And then this is another one. I cut these flowers out of a really pretty gift bag, and that's just some script washi tape. Space for journaling. Another space for journaling with another one of those pretty roses. And then we have this page with some paper trim border that came from K & Company. the other side of my Parisian themed page, and then there's a couple little journaling cards that are postcards, and then this is a canvas little fabric pocket, and then I just have all kinds of little labels that I printed onto scrapbook paper, and then more of the pretty polka dot pleated trim. And this page is just because this is one of the patterns on a lace top that I just love, and I just wanted it to speak for itself. It's so intricate and pretty that I didn't think I needed to do much, but I added this little charm, little rose charm or something on there. I'll do that later. On a little bulb pin, and that one actually goes on the back. Let me see if I can get that out of the way. But anyway, it flips open over, and you can journal your secret thoughts and cover it back over like that. And then the next page is just a sweet little journaling page with another tag, flowers, little bling, and lace trim. And then this this page, I laugh because I think I just got carried away at this last page, but that's why I use the word create, because I just went butterfly crazy and flower crazy, and I used pink and yellow, which aren't really, I remember growing up thinking pink and yellow don't match, and now it's one of my favorite ways to just say pretty, feminine, and sweet by combining the two colors. So it's loaded with butterflies and daisies and flowers and little rose appliques, and it may not speak to many people who don't like busy and fussy, but it sort of spoke to me, so I went for it. It brought me comfort, which was the whole purpose of this journal. So that is comfort journal number 3. I'll just quickly turn the pages again. And if you like, I have another journal coming up that's not quite finished, but I'm really excited to show it to you. And it's all woodland forest theme. So I've kind of gone away from, I'll be going away from my shabby chic vintage super pretty pastel colors, and I'm going to go more into the woodland colors. I'll even show you a few of my images that'll be in there. This is going to be a snow winter scene, but that's all I have for today. I just wanted to show you my comfort journal number 3. I'm just wishing you all the best, and I hope you're happy and safe and well. And for those of you who aren't, I'll be praying for you and looking forward to visiting with you again soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.